Today, EQM is now part of VettaFi's indexing capabilities, a recent acquisition we are so excited about here at VettaFi. But let's roll back the clock and talk to Jane Edmundson, who recently joined VettaFi, about why she started EQM. Jane, over to you.
Yeah, so we started EQM Indexes. It was actually back in 2015. And at that time, it was really about one index idea. We came up with an idea for a thematic index. It was the first online retail index, which ended up being licensed by Amplify ETFs, who was just getting started at the time. And it was launched as the ETF iBuy, which is still around today, and it's been a very successful product. And at that time, there'd been a few big thematic successes like Hack, Robo, TAN, but it was still reasonably early days for thematic indexes, and a lot of thematic indexes at the time were very concentrated because there were only a few pure play names in each of the themes. So from there, we started working with others to help bring other index ideas to market and kept growing until today. We have 18 indexes in the US, Europe, and Australia. Now we're part of VettaFi. And, my background was a quant institutional PM. But joining the ETF industry, it's been an entirely different bag. There has been a learning curve, but my experience has been very positive. It's very entrepreneurial, collegial. I've had a lot of people helping me along the way. And I think that's where a lot of the innovation in the industry is occurring as well. So it's been a fun journey, and I'm really glad to be part of VettaFi now.
Very cool, Jane. I for one think it's all about the journey. So while you're on the journey and becoming, what I think is an expert in the thematic indexing space today, I want to talk about things you like and things that you don't like. And I always love asking people, like, what are your pets and what are your pet peeves? When I think about pets, and I know you have dogs, like those are the things that you love about indexing. And then pet peeves might be the things that you find like just annoying, like, people still don't get it yet. So tell me about the pets and pet peeves of indexing through your lens.
Yeah, I do have some some pets and pet peeves. I think about indexing, and part of it is because I come at indexing, I think from a different perspective. I've been an advisor, I've managed money, and for me, this is not research in a box, right? These are real products with real end users. So at the end of the day, these are investment products, and they're supposed to do what they're supposed to deliver. So whether it be thematic exposure, income, diversification, expressing personal values, whatever the case may be, these products have to be designed in a way that accomplishes those goals. So sometimes that's challenging, especially in new areas of the market or new market categories, like we deal with thematics. And see, some of my pet peeves is that there are some products out there that just aren't very good at doing that. And another pet peeve of mine is these copycat products, products that are not new or innovative. They're just trying to compete on price. And my feeling on that is it doesn't drive the industry forward. And that's what one of the great things is in the ETF industry is this product innovation. So I guess that would be one of my pet peeves is I think we all can do better and that we should do better.
Yeah, I like that. Well said. Indexing is not slowing down anytime soon. What type of total growth from your vantage point do you see coming from indexing in, say, like the next 5 years?
Yeah, well, I think it's phenomenal, looking back 5 years, where we've come from. So the next 5 years, I do expect that we're going to see a lot more growth. And it's really going to come from further innovation, whether it be on the product side, delivering alpha, new ways to control risk, whatever the case may be. But technology, I think, is going to be the driving force behind that. And a lot of the innovation. So whether it be, new data sources, new asset categories, new product types, things like digital assets, artificial intelligence, I think the future of indexing is really bright. And, the innovation will continue. When I started in this industry, 30 years ago, we were sending trades through pneumatic tubes. So we've come a long way.
We sure have.
And it's funny to think about it now, but so I can't even contemplate what the future is going to look like, but I do think that the ETF wrapper is the best way to go, and ETF indexing is here to stay.
Yeah, it's no surprise to me, someone like yourself who's just been a champion of growth and innovation is projecting more growth and more innovation. I love that. But I've also heard people say, like, Jon, indexing is ripe for disruption. And they tell me this because they see a high consolidation of power among big shops, the same logos that you constantly hear about. They say there's a lack of technology, not used in the creation of the products, but used in communicating with clients. Like, it feels stale. And they say like a lot of business practices are outdated. So from your vantage point, do you think indexing is ripe for disruption? I mean, you certainly went ahead and started an indexing platform. What are your thoughts, Jane?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly, bucked the trend. We were disruptors, and we competed with a lot of large firms, and we won a lot of that business. But, I guess it's interesting. People, talk about disruption because obviously indexing and ETFs has been very disruptive. It's been a very disruptive force. And, I think unlike other parts of the industry, there's still, few barriers to entry, and there's still room for new innovation and new approaches to succeed. So I think that will continue to be the case. And technology, as I mentioned, is going to be a key component of that innovation. And ultimately, technology can help some of these smaller boutique issuers compete with the massive shops out there with tools like data analytics and digital distribution, and a lot of the things that VettaFi has. And that will level the playing field in this increasingly competitive environment. The days of cold calling and which I had to do when I started in this career, and boots on the ground, some of those sales models are going away,
Yeah.
which is probably a good thing. So we'll see more innovation and more technology helping companies scale and compete in a very competitive landscape.
I think that's right. I too started cold calling. And you learn a lot, not only about the people you're trying to reach, but yourself. Like, you get thick skin fast. You mentioned VettaFi, and at the start of this conversation, I mentioned how excited we are about this recent acquisition, bringing EQM as another tuck-in into to VettaFi. I often describe VettaFi as like this river, and EQM is another fast-flowing tributary driving the VettaFi mission and frankly the value proposition for our clients. Why is VettaFi exciting to you? And to join on.
Yeah, I like that river analogy. Well, I can tell you, some of the things that attracted me to VettaFi. You know, EQM Indexes was a very customer-centric firm. We had this philosophy that we built clients, excellent products, but excellent indexes, but that wasn't all we did. We really helped people in every step of the process. So we viewed ourselves as a partner in the process, and our interests were always aligned with the clients to help them grow the products. And I think VettaFi is structured very much the same way. Very client-centric, and they view themselves not as an index provider, but as an index partner, which was very much the way we viewed ourselves. So I think it's been really a great marriage from that perspective. And, I think the difference between me as a startup at EQM and my days now at VettaFi is the number of marketing and sales levers that I now have available. I kind of feel a little bit like a kid in a candy store with all the things that I'm finding out about that are available.
Yeah.
So, it's very exciting to have all those resources now and all the different sales and marketing tools to help our clients grow. And then, to be able to have that in conversations with new clients as well. I think it's kind of a game changer. And, as far as I can tell, I think we're one of the only firms out there that have that capability to be an indexer and then also a marketing partner as well.
Hear, hear. Well said. All right, Jane, last question for you, short and sweet. Will I see you at the Exchange Conference in Miami Beach, February of next year?
Yes, I've actually been the last couple of years, and it's exciting to go this year. Maybe I'll be, wearing a VettaFi t-shirt even, but yeah, it's going to be fun. It's, I think, the industry event. Everybody's there, and it has an excitement, and the content topics are great. It's almost like going back to school, attending some of these sessions, where you can really just be focused on what's going on in the industry. So yeah, I'm excited to go to Miami.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jane, for making the time. I will see you at Exchange, if not sooner, and probably likely sooner. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks, Jon.